I'm Nipa. I'm here from London. I have a design studio that I've been practicing with my husband for over 20 years now, and we are Doshi Levien. And I'm really pleased to be here.
My name is Marlo. I am a young designer. I'm back in Australia now after 5 years living in Holland, studying there and doing the bits and the things. When you're young, that it's so much easier to cross something off your list than to try and spend too much time thinking about what the right thing to do is. And so then I went traveling and just came across Dutch Design Week, and it represented this world of design that I hadn't quite perceived yet.
I grew up in India and I studied physics, chemistry, maths, and computers. And I couldn't imagine myself doing physics or chemistry. And I decided to study design, and everyone was quite shocked.
I think it was always very encouraged for me to go into wherever I want to. Obviously, parents always have concerns.
They want you to earn a living.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you work hard, it doesn't really matter what you do.
When I went to the UK, I went to the Royal College of Art in London, I suddenly realized that I actually don't really know about European design because it was something that I learned secondhand rather than something that related to my culture, to my immediate environment. For me, design is so much about kind of created and imagined and the past and the future and all the things that you've seen and experienced. And I think for me, the process of drawing is somehow externalizing those thoughts. And I write a lot. So I think my notebooks are not just about, and my drawings are terrible. They're not, they're not beautiful drawings. They're just kind of putting down ideas. I write, I read, and somehow the idea emerges. I think drawing is the root cause of my happiness.
I'm still figuring it out, but I've always been a modeler, a prototyper. I make it and see it and remake it. That's why I have such a deep affection for metal, because when I was able to weld, it meant that I was able to make really brief armatures. I'm always combating the idea whether what you create should look identical to how you see it in your mind, or if you should allow it to deviate through time. And I think both statements are true.
But I feel that it's not like you have a set idea and then you're just making it, right? It's the same with drawing. You're trying to communicate a feeling of what you want to create. So obviously the thing is not formed in your mind, and it's not like you're recreating what's formed in your mind.
The beauty of making as the process is that you can arrive at finishes and techniques and obscure ways of doing something that actually ended up fitting so well the embodied emotion or embodied meaning.
Yes, and the serendipity.
I think it is nice to realize, especially when you're as young as I am, what do I want to say, And to me, what already exists on the world is incredibly precious. Remnants is just all the little pieces of stone that are too broken or too small to be used in any other way, I guess. And they're supported on little spindly legs that are embodiment of that ethos, that things should be elevated and revalued, and that it's just about seeing the potential and articulating it in whatever way.
For me, beauty is very important. And when I talk about beauty, I mean the way of doing things or the way of making things. And I think one of the reasons I married my husband, Jonathan, was because he was a maker. And in India, we have this saying that to know something is knowledge, but to know how to is supreme knowledge. I, of course, love the loom. The part of India where my mom comes from, the wedding sari is a double ikat. And it's a patola, and it takes often years to make a patola. And to see the loom upstairs for me was just... There's something about a loom, right? And to see the warp and the weft. And
I love these tools and these machines that just required the power of the human body. With that simple knowledge, you could create arguably almost everything that you need in the world. You could create with your two hands.
Yes. Have you covered everything?
Yes, I think so.
Everything
Have you
and
covered
more.
too much?
No.
Never. I could keep
I
talking
could just go,
forever.
no.